Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's SoulSaint here, and we got an update preview of the Cursed City coming at you that I want to do a live reaction of. I have not seen this video, but I wanted to show you guys with what my perspective will be, especially since we've recently talked about in one of my more recent videos about the new boss that's going to be here. I think it's Amius or Amius. That you're going to be able to see and experience when this new update comes live, as well as some more additional information. So let's break into it, let's get right into it, and let's enjoy it.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another update preview video, where today,
this is the map we saw earlier.
One of our biggest features to date, the Cursed City.
The Cursed City.
This accursed place, also known by the city's original name of Cintranos.
Okay, I'm actually going to take the closed caption. There's a new mythic champion that everybody's going to be acquiring, and I'm actually going to do a breakdown video on that very, very soon. But I also see there's some milestones along the way, and it looks like we got legendary chaos ore. I see XP barrels, as well as epic books, silver, chickens, and energy. We love energy. But there's also some amenities along the way where as you progress through the towns or the different areas of the new map, you'll be able to acquire some additional resources, including keys from doing two different bosses at the same time. So I see some resources that we're going to be able to get access to.
Soon. So let's find out what challenges await and the rewards you'll be reaping.
So there's some wave content.
Cursed City is a brand new game mode available to players of level 52 and above.
Let's go.
The name isn't just for show either. You have an entire city to explore here. There's 100 stages spread across 4 districts, with each district getting progressively harder to complete. There's new challenges and fiendish twists on old classics. Then there's the Eclipse Tower, home to Raid's newest boss, and the current Lord of Cintranos, Amius, the Lunar Archon. In order to take on this moon-obsessed recluse, you'll need to unlock the path to him. Each month, a new rotation of the Cursed City will begin, resetting your progress from the previous month. The stages of each district in the Cursed City will remain the same, but the requirements you'll need to beat them will change. We'll describe those later in the video.
I see. Okay, let's actually go back for a second here. You see the Amius boss. There looks like to be some new loot there. And I'm not sure what this is right here in terms of like a reward. It looks like a key or some kind of emblem, maybe an avatar. However, right here, if you look, there's a 0 out of 3 for keys. So it looks like you're going to have to participate in some of these dual boss mechanic type fights to be able to acquire enough keys to attack him.
Requirements you'll need to beat them will change. We'll describe those later in the video. Entering stages of the Cursed City is similar to Doom Tower rooms.
That's what it looks like,
you'll need Cursed City keys. You'll get a set number of these each day, and they won't be spent unless you successfully complete the stage you're taking on.
Okay.
You can't buy these or stack them over multiple days, so use them or lose them. The Cursed City has 2 difficulties, normal and hard. The default difficulty of the Cursed City has...
I don't know if you guys see this. I'm actually going to disappear for a second. There's a cursed chest, 0 out of 100. And I'm seeing like it looks like a candlestick. So you're going to be able to acquire some currency along the way, which will have some rewards. Maybe a primal fragment or something along those lines.
Difficulties, normal and hard. The default difficulty will be set to hard, but you can switch at any point. Cursed City keys aren't tied to either difficulty. Although you'll get enough keys to complete all stages in both difficulties, it would be prudent to plan your progress rather than switch around wildly. Now, here comes the fun part. You can chart your own journey through the Cursed City. You always start in the district of Cobble Market, but the path you take from there is up to you. You can head straight for the biggest enemies you can find first, or indulge your inner completionist and try to clear every stage of a district before moving on. That's how it works. But it'd be a pretty short update preview video if we just left it there, right? The Cursed City is split into 4 districts: Cobble Market, Dead Rise, Plague Home, and Soul Cross,
which we saw.
Each district getting progressively harder. You're eased into the horrors of the Cursed City through Cobble Market. Dead Rise and Plague Home are where the difficulty climbs slightly, and Soul Cross, well,
is the hardest.
Soul Cross is the stuff nightmares are made of.
Yep.
Each district
That's
has
what we were told
exactly
too.
25 stages, and that number won't change between rotations. The other thing that won't change is the position of individual stages on the map, or the paths that connect them. Urban redevelopment is not high up on Amius's list of priorities. Each stage within the districts can be one of 4 types: regular, boss, double boss, or awakening. Let's run through them one by one.
Wow, okay.
Regular stages are your standard run-of-the-mill battles in Raid, like you'd find in the campaign. You'll fight across 3 rounds with a wave of enemies in each round. You've faced these types of battles.
Man, the animations of
this
this new area looks nice.
But the ones found in the Cursed City might be a little more difficult than you're used to. Next up, we've got Awakened stages. As the name implies, you'll need to bring your Awakened champions to take on these stages.
So you need a
Each
certain
Awakened
amount.
stage
Oh,
requires
wow.
a certain number of awakening levels across your whole team.
That's cool.
Indicated by red stars on a champion's portrait. So, if an Awakened stages requires 6 red stars, you could bring 1 champion with 6 red stars on their portrait.
And you can
or
go in
2
just like that.
champions with 3 red stars.
Tracking.
And so on. Once the requirement has been met, you can then focus on filling out your team with the best champions for the job. Completing Awakened stages isn't necessary to get to Amius the Lunar Archon. They can offer an alternative route, though, and give you some pretty sweet rewards when completing them for the first time.
That's what I want to hear is the
Moving on,
rewards.
we've got boss stages. Here,
Oh, boy.
you'll be taking on some of Talaria's most famous foes.
Oh,
like
no,
the Iron
IT.
Twins of Aoname, the Sand Devil. A quick glimpse at the Cursed City map reveals that these boss stages are often located at key landmarks.
So these are
Like
single-target
bridges
bosses,
between
right?
Districts or paths leading to the next kind of stage, double boss. Yep, that's right.
Oh my
Bad guys
God.
are
So you're fighting them both at the exact same time.
teaming up. There are 12 double boss stages in total, with 3 popping up in each district. The location of the double boss stages in each rotation of the Cursed City will always be the same. You'll also find that the boss duos will scale with each district's difficulty.
Dark Fae and Dragon. Oh no, I'm not ready.
So don't worry about walking into Cobble Market and facing off against Astronix, the Dark Fae, immediately. You'll need to clear these double boss stages in order to get Eclipse keys. Collecting 3 Eclipse keys.
Hold
you'll
up.
Need to clear these
Y'all
double
saw that?
boss stages in order
A new gear set. 2 new gear sets.
to get Eclipse keys. Collecting 3 Eclipse keys will grant you passage into the Eclipse Tower at the center of the Cursed City, and let you take on Amius the Lunar Archon. We'll release a separate video talking about that fight, but for now, let's
Yeah, that
just
fight's gonna
focus
be
on
ridiculous.
getting you there. Each of the 3 Eclipse keys can be found in one of the double boss stages in Cobble Market, Dead Rise, and Plague Home. The location of the Eclipse key within each district will also change with each rotation and will
Okay.
always be random, but you'll see it in the stage rewards. Knowing about the types of stages is helpful, but it's not quite that simple in Cursed City. Every single stage, including boss stages, will have a number of restrictions on the champions you can bring. Think of Doom Tower secret rooms, and you'll get the general idea.
Yep.
Some will
Restricted
restrict which
restricted
rarity
rooms.
of champion you can bring, or perhaps which affinity, type, or faction. Some of these restrictions are unique to the hard difficulty, however, and you won't have to worry about them on normal. These unique stage restrictions will change with every rotation, so don't expect to be able to rely on the same path. You'll have to change up how you traverse the districts. Alright, we've covered a lot here, so quick recap. You have a full month to explore the Cursed City. Find the Eclipse keys from double boss stages, and storm the Eclipse Tower to defeat Amius the Lunar Archon. How you weave your way through the streets of Centranos is up to you. Now let's get on to quests and rewards. As you're exploring the Cursed City, there are dedicated Cursed City quests for you to complete. They're pretty simple. Things like complete a specific number of stages.
This is what I was talking about in terms of candles. So it's like a milestone checklist or like a monthly quest maybe or some kind of X amount of time for a quest that you would accomplish. So the more you do in this area, the more you're going to be able to receive in terms of candlesticks, which will get you that chest. I hope they talk about it.
Defeat Amius himself, you get the gist. Each Cursed City
That's
quest
cool.
you complete will earn you Cursed Candles. Collect
Candles,
enough
okay.
candles, and you can earn rewards. Clearing
What's in
stages
there?
of the
What's in
Cursed
there?
City on hard difficulty will grant you occult Cursed Candles, as well as access to a unique chain of one-time rewards, including
Okay.
a mythical champion, Carnage the Anarch.
Which we have information on. That's coming in the video soon.
This ancient demon
looks cool, though.
spawn is a living avatar of chaos and is the one responsible for the evil plaguing Centranos.
He looks
so he'll
dope.
be sure to bring some firepower to your champion collection. You'll need a couple of successful visits through Centranos to get enough occult cursed
Wow.
candles to acquire Carnage, though. So be sure to check in daily and use those Cursed City keys. You want
Wow.
more? We've got more. Even after you've claimed all of the one-time rewards, completing Cursed City quests will give you Cursed Chests. These contain a
Mythical!
variety of useful treasures, including mythical skill tomes and souls to awaken Carnage. As if all of that wasn't enough for you, there are also one-time rewards when you beat a stage for the first time, similar to the Doom Tower.
Okay.
They'll also reset with each rotation. Rewards differ on normal and hard difficulty, and they'll become more valuable as you progress through
Wow,
the
that's so
districts.
cool.
All
Griffin
stages
and,
will
and
drop
Fire Knight at the same
rewards,
time?
but the
That's
best stuff
crazy.
is saved for those brave or foolish enough to take on double boss stages.
Accessories
Some
too?
of the rewards will include Cursed Remnants, which you can collect to summon epic and mythical champions. There's also
What?
will include Cursed Remnants, which you can collect.
Collect Cursed Remnants from the Cursed City on hard to summon epic and mythical champions. 10 from Cobble Market, Dead Rise 25, Plague Home is 25, Soul Cross is 40, and then Amius gives you 100.
To summon
Wait.
Some of the
Wait.
rewards will include Cursed Remnants, which
100 of those allow you to summon for the chance at a mythical champion, but it's a chance. So this is the red herring here. You're more than likely going to get an epic or an epic void before you get a mythical, but then your mythical is at a 2.5% chance. Isn't that better than the primal shards, the mythic shards? Either way, that's still a good value because Amius.
you can collect to summon epic and mythical champions. There's also a new type of charm for crafting mythical artifacts in the Forge, which can be used on any artifact set. You may also
Mythical Forge is so good.
earn
Let's
cursed chests
go.
from some stages, and these can contain gear from 2 new artifact sets. Let's take a look at what they can do. Introducing the Supersonic and Merciless
Oh, they're gonna talk
gear
about it.
sets. They are
I love the banner
variable
for
gear
Supersonic.
sets,
That red, white and
meaning
red
you
looks
get
nice.
New bonuses for each artifact or accessory equipped, all the way up to a maximum of 9 pieces. First up, we have the Supersonic set. Need your champions to go fast. This is
Resistance, HP, speed, plus 2% 2 meter per buff placed by enemy. Support set. This is a support set that's good for utility. A utility support set.
the set for you. It offers boost to HP
Holy moly, the numbers are going up. Minus 30% turn meter effects.
and resistance, as well as a massive increase to speed.
Then it also increases turn meter effects. So I'm assuming that the reduced turn meter effects on the negative side of things, so like the enemies you're going against get reduced effects, and then your effects are also enhanced. That is tremendous for speed type champions.
But the real bonuses from this set include chances to manipulate your turn meter when equipped with 4, 6, or 9 pieces. You can see these bonuses on screen now. Put it on champions you need to be fast, and they'll be zooming. The second gear set is Merciless. This is
Your
perfect
damage
for
dealers.
who are laser focused on wiping out their enemies in a single strike. It
Oh,
increases the
no.
wearer's attack, critical damage, and speed, as well as
Do you guys see what this says? Do you guys see what this says at the bottom? 30% chance to reduce random skill cooldown. This is basically your lethal, your speed, your crit damage, your kill stroke, your savage, your attack cruel, plus reflex, all in one set.
single strike. It increases the wearer's attack, critical damage, and speed, as well as offering a little bit of ignore defense for good measure. There's also
A
chances
little bit, that's 35%.
to reduce cooldowns and gain extra turns with the bonuses for either having 4 or 9 pieces equipped, which you can see on your screen now. Whew. I believe that's everything.
Oh
We
my
hope you're as
God.
excited as we are to dive into everything that the Cursed City has to offer. Keep your eyes peeled for another video coming soon, where we'll talk more about the big bad boss of the Cursed City, Amius the Lunar Archon. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the awesome things coming to Raid.
My channel too. Wow. Oh, like I was not expecting them to break it down on the gear set. I was actually going to do a separate video on that, but since they kind of talk about it, that is literally meta-defining sets. I could just start off by saying that now. For the damage dealers, that is going to be the meta piece. Because, let's go in game real quick. I'm actually going to talk about this real fast. Lethal set, which is the best for the ignore percent because it adds Savage plus a little bit more, goes up to about 25%, right? Now, if we go back to this video, when they start breaking down the set pieces and whatnot, let's see if we can find it. By the time you get to, this is 5-piece right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6-piece gives you the third, or actually maybe more than that. I think when you have all 9 filled up, 35% compared to 25% is huge. And this is one of the best stat bloats or stat grabs in terms of like what are you going to aim for to get damage out. Believe it or not, you can have lower crit damage, lower primary stat modifiers for ignore percent because it negates the need for having to have extra amounts of those, right? It's like piercing damage in a sense, right? So that extra element allows for your damage to be a lot more potent, and as a result of it, when you compile that with really good numbers of crit damage and whatever the primary stat is for the champion you're thinking of, it actually packs a pretty big punch. Now, keep in mind that attack percent, crit damage, and speed are all ideal things for like attack type nukers. So this is actually going to be really good for attack type nukers. Depending on how the stat bonuses line up, this still could be good for like off pieces for other nuker champions like HP nukers or defense nukers. So keep that in mind depending on how like the stat looks like. I'm going to assume that as you go and like as you kind of progress here, you notice how like the first piece is attack percent they put in the window, maybe crit damage for the second piece, and then speed for the third piece. I'm going to assume it's going to go in that order, where like once you hit 4, you get the skill cooldown. 5, 6, 7, and on is just going to amplify the amount of output of those stats, as well as adding on the extra ignore percent. So I think like by the time you hit what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. You're now kicking in with the ignore percent. So that's what you're looking for there primarily if you're going to do damage from a nuker standpoint. But then 7, 8, and 9 is just adding more value to it on top of that. Now, I will say this, although I do agree that this is going to be the new go-to for sets for nukers, because it's so demanding in terms of slots, and depending on how hard it is to acquire each individual piece, whether it's farming for the helmet or farming for the accessories, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some element of RNG, so your ability to acquire this right off the rip is not going to be as prominent, maybe. I think this is the way that I'm interpreting this content, is that it is going to take some time because you are time gated. You only have a certain amount of keys to make progression in this area, so there's going to be time that it's going to take to get there, right? With that being said, though, when you do hit those milestones where like the stats are on the right pieces and then you're able to build a full setup, this is it. This is it easily. Every single one of those stats that you're going to get, in addition to the extra effects that you get on top of that, on the second row there where it says like random skill reduction or 50% extra chance on dealing damage, all that is just adding more value to it. But like, what set do you know that gives you literally the perfect stat lines for a damage dealer? Outside of just maybe a 4-piece and then an extra stat grab from a 2-piece, like Cruel plus Savage or Lethal or something like that. This is nuts. This is nuts. The support one, too, in terms of turn meter effects, is going to be a battle of speeds along the way, and I think that's going to be a very interesting dynamic to try to compete with. This is crazy. This is crazy information. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for this update now? They've really kind of put their foot into this. I'm actually hyped. Let's go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and what you're looking forward to most in this update. And as always, guys, always remember, stay ascended. Let's go.
So